that there's an assumption there. And the assumption is that you are a good storyteller. Most of you are not good storytellers, and neither was I at one time. What's up, internet friends, founders, and the Entrepreneur Curious? You've made it, and you're here. It's MVR Daily, getting you guys ready for the mobile-first, video-first, remote work world of the future, and giving you guys news bits on how to help create and build your own personal brand online. Guys, it's great to be with you guys again. It's another day, and I hope you guys are surviving wherever you are. You know, it's interesting. I've received reports all over from so many different members in our community around what's going on? Like, what are you doing? How are you taking it? How are you handling this current time? And time again, I receive the same type of context, the same type of story, which is, I'm waiting. Why are you waiting?
Nope.
I'm waiting for the COVID thing to finish. I'm waiting for my employer to get back to me. I'm waiting to get off this furlough. I'm waiting to move back to 5 days a week working. I'm moving from 3 days back to 5 days. I'm waiting for, Trump to do something. I'm waiting for, it's like, why are you waiting? That is the question. Why are you waiting? Now is the time to continue to invest in yourself. Now is the time to build your own brand. Now is the time to promote yourself online. These are all topics that I've covered in MVR Daily. These are all things that I believe are going to be super crucial for the future ahead. In the mobile first, video first, remote work world of the future, you're going to have to be online even more. Your presence, your brand, the perception of who you are has to be fuller than just a LinkedIn, than just a Facebook, than just your Twitter feed. And in many cases, professionals around the world just aren't prepared to differentiate themselves amongst the crowd, especially with everything that's going on now. Companies are focusing even more on remote technologies, remote work, and trying to find great talent that's out there that works well in a remote work world. And so if you're one of those people that have been, working for a company for a long time, and you have a LinkedIn, you might have some type of social media that kind of tells about who you are, I'm telling you, my friends, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough in the future. And so stick with me, join evo.af. Oh, and by the way, check out my new book that I published called Gravity, How to Create an Irresistible Brand, Unlimited Deal Flow, and Infinite Possibilities. Check that out, guys. If you want, links below, guys. So check that out. Join the community, evo.af. I'm always dropping news that you guys can use, tons of links, tons of ideas to help get you in gear and out of the mode of waiting. Because how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to wait? I don't know. I have no idea how long any of this is going to go on. I have no idea how long it's going to take to get back to normal. I have no idea when clients, customers, companies are going to be opening up their doors again. Now's the time. Like I was talking with a friend of mine, and I don't know if I told this story before, but I was talking with a friend of mine, and he was telling me that his colleague, she couldn't get out of bed because she couldn't find the motivation to do it. I guess maybe she needs to go into work to get work done. But like stories like that, I wouldn't say that they bother me, because everyone can do whatever they want. I'm just trying to call out, all of you guys out there in the world to do something greater, to use this time. You're not going to worry that you work so hard. You're not going to be sad 5 years from now that you worked your ass off during the COVID-19, recession time to build your own brand, to create something for yourself. You're not going to be sorry that you spent all that time and worked all that hard, because 5 years from now, you're not even going to remember how hard you worked. But what you're going to have in 5 years is tangible results from the effort that you put in today. So I want to talk to you guys about an article in the MVR world, the mobile video remote work world, around personal branding. And this one is 3 signs your brand isn't telling a winning story and how to fix it. So if you're into creating your personal brand, if you're a company and you're all about marketing and branding, you might want to listen in, guys. It's MVR Daily. 3 signs your brand isn't telling a winning story and how to fix it. In our modern marketing landscape, brands cannot afford to exist as just another faceless entity. They need to have a powerful story that sells who they are and allows them to appeal to their target audience. While most brands understand this basic need to tell a story, many fail to succeed on the execution. Thankfully, brands that are failing at their current storytelling efforts tend to share a few common issues, ones that can be identified and fixed with the right tools and techniques. Well, let's get into it. Let's see if you guys have brands that are memorable, which is number 1. Your marketing isn't memorable. Your customers have a desire to engage with quality brand stories, but if the story you're trying to tell isn't that memorable, you won't make a lasting connection. A study in the UK found that while 79% of adults want brands that tell stories as part of their marketing, 85% of those surveyed couldn't think of a memorable brand story. As this sorry statistic reveals, most brand marketing efforts fail to rise above the noise that bombards customers every day, particularly amid the rise of social media. Nielsen estimates that the average adult in the United States spends 11 hours per day interacting with various media, and while this time certainly presents an opportunity, it means there are also lots of other stories competing for customer attention. It's becoming increasingly difficult for marketers to create desirable scroll-stopping content when users are constantly encountering the same messages over and over and over again. Be it templated digital response campaigns or generic Instagram captions, this approach simply won't cut it anymore. Part of the problem could be that you're not actually telling stories to begin with. While a case study can certainly be persuasive, if it doesn't tie into the narrative with an emotional element, it likely won't have much of a memorable impact. According to the Stanford School of Business, stories are 22 times easier to remember than facts. Maybe that's why our politicians and everyone out there in the media are so good at telling stories and not actually knowing anything about any facts. I guess that's what it is, guys. It is what it is. Consider how statistics, customer testimonies, and other marketing options can be tied together as part of a cohesive narrative. A story with emotional core will put those facts into perspective so they have a greater impact on your audience. Well, I don't know if I always do a great job. I don't do a perfect job when it comes to marketing what I do, but I'm consistent. I think one of the things that I appreciate and one of the things that I think are valuable for what I do is I still show up for work every day. I still am reading tons and tons and tons of news. I'm posting about 20 news links a day on evo.af. And I'm going over news that you guys can use in a MVR world, a mobile video remote work world, around personal branding so that you guys can get on the ship, get on the spaceship, get on the bus, get in the car, get moving towards the future. Because the future is not going to be, the future is not going to be lenient on those who aren't prepared. The future is not going to be to make it easy for those who haven't spent the time doing the hard work now and building up a brand for themselves now, building up a personal landing page for them now, and building and controlling in a lot of ways the perception of who you are in your online identity. Like, the time is now to invest in you, which is why I've written a book about it, and I have a community dedicated to it at evo.af. That's my story. I hope that's compelling. Number 2, you haven't built a tribe around your brand. Well, I'm trying at evo.af. You should probably join us, guys. Many of the world's most successful companies have achieved their status by building a brand tribe, a group of people who believe in the brand and its mission, are intensely loyal to its products and services, and will even promote the brand in their everyday living. This is especially prevalent with technology brands like Apple or Tesla, which achieved high rates of loyalty by linking their products with a unique set of values and beliefs shared among their target audience. Values, and I guess when it comes to Tesla, low emissions, these types of things, the brand becomes more than simply a product. It becomes an experience, even part of a lifestyle. If your audience doesn't seem to be very engaged or passionate, chances are high that they lack the cohesiveness brand storytelling, and maybe just your storytelling is partly to blame. This is something that I talk about in my book, that you have to become a master storyteller of who you are, and you have to repeat the message all the time. Like, this is kind of like a Gary Vaynerchuk thing. Just because you've heard yourself say it 1,000 times doesn't mean anyone else out in the world has heard it. So you have to keep repeating your message. And at this point in time, you might say, well, Peter, I'm listening to you. What's your message again? It's easy. We live in an MVR world, a mobile video remote work world. Okay? And because we're living in this new MVR world, your digital brand, your online brand, your what I call a gravitational brand, is absolutely going to be required of you in the future to differentiate yourself between the horde of other employees that can do your job just as well. And they have a better online brand than you. They're better at communicating online. They're better on video. They're better telecommute. They're better remote work. You see, this is the world that we're living in. And so if you want to get ahead in the future, if you want to have a leg up, if you want to be competitive in the future, you have to learn how to be a good communicator on video online. I know, it seems like a daunting task, but the question is are you just going to end up being a slave to the consumer system? Or are you going to be one of the people who produces content so that others can get value from you and you can make money online? That's the question. Your message needs to create a sense of solidarity and belonging amongst your target audience. Successful tribal marketing goes beyond basic demographic information and focuses on behaviors that create more meaningful connections. In addition to fine-tuning your own marketing, leveraging the power of influencers can be a great way to build your brand tribe. A study conducted by Twitter found that 49% of its users turned to influencers for product recommendations. This is why influencer testimonials and interviews play such a meaningful role in advertising. They provide social proof, which is of particular importance when it comes to overcoming trust barriers or breaking into a new market. Influencers have already created a tribe based on their personality, shared interest, and engaging style of communication. Partnering with relevant influencers can help contribute to the growth of your own brand tribe. Similarly, basing your storytelling patterns off the techniques used by top influencers in your niche can help you better communicate your story in an appealing manner. Here's what this author is missing, though. He's assuming that you're actually a good communicator. He's assuming that you can communicate your story succinctly, effectively, with emotion, by being able to bring your audience into the world that you're describing. This author is assuming, again, that you're a great communicator. But many of you guys aren't. And I wasn't. I wasn't a good communicator in the beginning, but I've had a lot of seat time. I've had a lot of practice. I've been able to figure out how to be wholly me from a IRL in the real world to the digital world. And I was talking with my friend about this just the other day, is that when you can learn how to communicate online effectively, when you can be great on video, talking about who you are, selling your services, selling your knowledge, you become a fuller version of you. Because so many people are one way in real life, and then on video, they're completely someone different. They're not used to it. They're not used to the medium. They're not used to talking fluently and fluidly and smoothly online to a camera that's just giving you zero feedback, right? And so that's what I'm promoting. In an MVR world, go to evo.af. In an MVR world, a mobile video remote work world, you need to learn how to be an effective communicator online. You need to learn how to be an effective communicator on video. And I want to teach you guys how to do that. I want you guys to get there. Trust me. It's either going to be you or someone else. Someone else is going to do it probably before you if you don't start today. Number 3, You aren't communicating your impact. These days, it's not enough to be a fun or exciting brand. More and more people want to engage with brands that they feel are making some kind of positive impact on society. In fact, the 2019 Porter Novelli Cone Purpose Biometric Study found that 72% of American consumers felt it was important to buy from companies that reflected their values. And close to 90% reported being likely to buy from a purpose-driven company. This reveals two common issues where brand storytelling often falls short: not having a meaningful clause or purpose that you can support, and then failing to communicate what you are doing to support your cause. Brands that succeed in the long run try to impact the lives of their customers in a meaningful way. They also strive to make the world a better place. For any of these efforts to have positive storytelling outcomes, they must stem naturally from your company values and the products and services you offer. Find relevant cause that you can support, like looking for ways to reduce your environmental impact. Attaching your brand to such initiatives and then integrating them into your storytelling will fuel loyalty and help you build your tribe. However, do keep in mind that it is important that this element of social good be genuine. Consumers are intelligent after all, and if your impact doesn't align with the overall tone of your brand's message and mission, it won't be as effective. With quality storytelling, your brand becomes far more relatable and appealing to your target audience. You can make powerful connections that fuel the lasting loyalty needed to build a successful business. By digging deep into your storytelling genes, you can take your brand to the next level. I completely agree. 100%, guys. Once again, this author has told us, my friends, that storytelling is the way to go. Not only be a good storyteller, but talking about your impact and reminding people of the values that you have. Here's the thing, though. Once again, this author failed to realize or failed to communicate to us that there's an assumption there. And the assumption is that you are a good storyteller. Most of you are not good storytellers, and neither was I at one time. It's hard. It's hard to go from the flesh into the digital world. It's hard to learn how to communicate on video. It's hard to learn how to communicate in many ways because, well, let's put it this way. It's hard to communicate our ideas, not only in person, but certainly on video. And the reason is because no one actually ever asks you. That's the point. No one ever asks you to describe for them succinctly in a story who you are, what your values are, what your purpose is, why you're doing what you're doing, what service you provide, what product are you creating, what value do you create for the company. Right? No one ever asks you these things, so you never have to figure out how to communicate it. But I'm telling you guys, in the future, those who learn how to create stories, those who learn how to storytell, those who learn how to communicate effectively online and on video, those are the ones that are going to succeed. And those are going to be the ones that are going to be making money online communicating what they know. I want that to be you. I want that to be you out there. So guys, the call to action is really simple. Check out my book. You can find it on evo.af/shop and join our community, evo.af. That community, it's growing right now. It's an awesome place if you just want to learn about these types of things. I'm dropping links about how to improve your brand, how to improve your communication, how to improve your online marketing. I'm giving away all this stuff for free on evo.af. So check it out, guys. Enjoy your day. I'm going to be doing more of these types of videos in this type of style because I have to keep repeating my message, and I was reminded of that through this video. Guys, I'm trying to grow a movement of people who want to share their online brand with us and show us the story of how they're creating it online. And if you're wondering, you can do that right here. You can go to evo.af. You can go to forums. Ooh, Martin just posted that. A nice book. Gravitational brand. So I'm the only one so far that's posted my gravitational brand. But you can share with us what you're doing. And every day, I updated this 31 minutes ago. I'm updating new news bits like 3 signs your brand isn't telling a winning story, which we went over today. Teaching leadership virtually is better now. 10 reasons why your business needs video marketing, brand marketing through the corona crisis or for any crisis, 8 steps to have a good day when working remotely. Guys, I'm dropping all of these links, all of these posts every day for you guys to read so that you guys can level up your online marketing and your online branding, guys. That's what it's all about. It's about helping you guys grow yourself during this COVID-19, whatever is going on. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the day, guys. Crush it. And connect with me on evo.af. Peace out.